Welcome back. Breathing with Bierman. We're with our chief medical correspondent, author, a Renaissance person, and you brought a guest. I'm only here because I was told I have to be in every set.
Why don't you say who she is?
Why are you here?
You didn't say who she is, though.
The fans already know. Unlike with your negativity, you're very negative, and you think no one knows the show. People know the show.
So you make a mistake, and I tell you make a mistake, and then you attack me. Okay.
Yeah. Put calamine lotion on your penis and suffer. Go.
All right. I will introduce myself.
Thank you.
I'm the chief medical correspondent.
And you brought?
Well-known show. My name is Vivian Schnaidman, and I'm an MD, forensic psychiatrist.
Could you say that backwards?
No. And I brought my very good friend and colleague, Marlyn Quinn, who is an attorney. And we have shared many crazy cases, and I thought it was time she come to the show so that we could talk about some of them.
And I'm going to be quiet and let you talk because we only have about 9 minutes.
You could ask questions.
Okay.
There is a God.
Why don't you ask Marlyn to tell us a little about herself?
Tell us a little about yourself.
Okay, I'm a solo practitioner in Princeton. I have been practicing for 31 years now. So,
wow.
Yes.
And you stay in business. You must be pretty good.
Oh, thank you.
What do you focus on?
I focus on family law and immigration law. And sometimes my favorite cases involve both family law and immigration law.
Mm-hmm. How did you two kind of run into each other?
I hired Vivian, I believe, as a forensic psychiatrist in a really crazy case. A case where the person that we wanted evaluated believed himself to be the Messiah, if you recall.
Oh, but see, that can't be true because I am the Messiah.
I see. Actually, Vivian told me once that in Israel, where she went to medical school, they would have a group, of all these different, I think they were all men, who thought they were the Messiah. Could you imagine?
Kind of weird group think, and they kind of reinforced each other?
No, in the hospital, they'd make a group of messiahs. And they would all say, you can't be the Messiah, I'm the Messiah.
That would be better than this show turned out. Just put a camera in the corner and let it go. Maybe prompt them. Would they actually debate about what they would do?
A new reality show.
Yeah. Would they fight over who was more powerful, who got crucified first? I mean, what was it, Old Testament, New Testament? I guess Old Testament more.
It was Israel, so because the Messiah is coming, I guess a lot of people...
Oh, it hasn't come, that's right.
Right,
so,
right.
But that would make the Pat Robinsons of the world really happy, because it means end of days, too.
Exactly.
Wouldn't it be amazing if one of them really was, though, out of that 20 and 15?
We don't know.
But anyway,
right?
Go back to the case.
So this man thought he was the Messiah. He actually wrote his own Bible. And he had a wife and a child. And there was issues regarding parenting time and custody. And
the wife wanted out. She said, get this man out.
Yeah. Most of his wives, actually, he had several. The most recent one
consecutively.
Yes.
And her name was Mary Magdalene.
Exactly. Most of them didn't last very long because it's hard to live with someone who is that crazy. But
talk about Tinder. It's definitely a swipe left, not a swipe right.
Exactly.
You should not know that.
I know that.
Oh, okay.
There's much he doesn't know.
I read a lot. I don't have to participate in these things to know about these things. Unlike you, I think it was more of an adventure or a provocateur than you want other people to know.
I am so not any of those big
I just wonder how you can date the Messiah and not know after the third date things are getting wacky.
In that particular case, all the wives, the consecutive wives, were all crazy also.
Yeah,
they were all his patients. He would practice some form of psychiatry.
Mm-hmm. He was a doctor.
It was like a Rasputin con man.
Right. But the thing, at their wedding, this is
Don't
the best.
Too much information, be careful.
Okay, yeah, I have to be careful because he's known around this area.
At their union.
At their union. I was going to say any name. You don't think I need it? I can't.
Right.
I can't
I
tell
think
what
he
happened.
could be recognized. So let me try to hide
You can say
it.
Adam and Sandra.
No. So he dressed up in a costume.
Right.
Ooh.
He dressed up in
as a famous historical
I think
figure.
I might
Yes.
know.
Napoleon.
Yes.
The Messiah.
And
As the Messiah.
and he also had
his version.
A musical instrument, a Jewish musical instrument at the same time.
Was he like a Cecil B. DeMille one or a Charlotte Heston Messiah type, or the way he looked? I mean,
he's actually not a bad-looking man.
loincloth and everything.
I will say that much about him. He was not a bad-looking man.
He has charisma.
Yeah.
I told you we're gonna hear like 5 more minutes, so that's why I want you to talk more.
So that was where I first met her. We needed to hire someone to evaluate him.
So you asked Vivian.
Vivian, right.
Now Vivian's very professional, but getting to know her, she's a little bit wacky herself. But that's another story.
Moi. Okay.
And then we had a case where I actually got her appointed by the court in a Munchausen by proxy case, if you recall.
Where the judge wrote,
The Sixth Sense. had
rule out
Munchausen.
Munchausen's by proxy. So if it was going to be anything else, I didn't want to make the judge feel bad, but it.
Well, explain
The
Munchausen by
the
proxy.
Messiah was making people sick.
This wasn't the Messiah anymore.
It was a different case.
What is Munchausen by
I thought I had
proxy?
ADD. This is jumping around a lot, but yes.
Well, she's a psychiatrist, so what's Munchausen's by
So
proxy?
Munchausen's disorder is this disorder where people, it's actually called factitious disorder in the DSM-5, but it's a disorder where people deliberately make themselves sick, not pretend sick, not fake sick, but they do things like break their own bones or inject feces into themselves, do things to make themselves sick so that they can get medical attention.
Right. For what?
So Munchausen's by proxy is when they don't do it to themselves, but they do it to somebody
Like in The
else.
Sixth Sense, that mother was poisoning
like
her
their
daughter.
child.
Usually
I
as a
walked out
child.
of The Sixth Sense because Bruce Willis was assaulted by his patient. Can't give away the ending in case somebody didn't see it. But
Oh.
he was
J-
psychiatrist.
That was the guy from one.
That really
Don't
freaked
tell me
me
what
out.
happened at the end
That
of
was
Wizard of
Joe-
Oz.
That was that kid from New Kids on the Block, Marky Mark's younger brother.
Anyway, moving on. We don't have very many
In
minutes
that
left.
case, everybody was pregnant. You were pregnant, which was exactly how many years ago now today? Or
This is
around
Right,
there?
around,
You're
like
jumping around.
19 years
I thought I
ago.
jumped around.
Well,
Oh, no,
what's
it was
interesting, I was
wait.
pregnant, you were pregnant, the woman with the Munchausen by proxy.
so you were getting some. You were
was
getting
pregnant.
Some, the Messiah was getting some.
And her attorney was pregnant. So
Was this a pregnancy by proxy?
Was it the Immaculate Conception?
and interestingly,
things come in
the
pairs.
mother ended up in one of my childbirth classes.
Oh my God, that's so
And my
weird.
husband and her husband almost came to blows
Could you reenact that?
because I was trying to take her child away from her. This was her, not the husband. She remarried again after I was representing her ex-husband.
Talk about incestuous
Yes.
in the metaphorical
Well,
sense.
actually, when I did the first case with the Messiah, the woman actually approached me herself before we met, and then we spoke on the phone.
Right.
And that's how we became friends. Because I said, she doesn't know yet that I'm pregnant.
So God
and she
does-
said, oh my God, you're pregnant? I'm pregnant too.
God works in mysterious ways.
And this is
bringing
what
us
we were
together.
talking
I
about earlier.
am also pregnant.
That's really awesome. Neither one of us is pregnant now, by
No.
the way. We just, it's been a lot of
I'm not allowed
years.
to
of-
cut my wife.
We didn't say that.
My
But-
wife said she'd slap me if I commented anything on your physique, which I think is fine. Both of you are fine.
Thank you. But there was a point to this story. And the point was that earlier, I know that we were talking about divorces and not losing houses and
Yeah,
stuff.
yes, yes.
And we always say to each other, how lucky we are that we kept working all of these years.
Exactly.
That's something that your viewers should know about.
There was 2 incomes in the household.
Correct.
Yeah, so if one income decides that he'd rather be somewhere else, there's always another income.
Are you trying to say something?
No,
Oh.
not,
okay.
I mean, yes, I am trying to say
Well, people do
something.
get divorced, and in,
Yeah.
New Jersey, it's really expensive to live here too. You're
Exactly.
right. And if you have kids,
Deadbeat
And
cats,
she said, if you have dogs,
Right.
and you're getting divorced, or cats,
Which
it's
I
hard
think
to
is
rent
kind of sad.
apartments.
The Messiah would probably agree with me because it would be nice if someone could be home with the kids more, be man or woman. But I think in the long run, it can give
Right.
more stability. But,
But if
it's
the
hard
kids
to do.
are, sometimes the kids are really annoying and you don't want
That's
to be
true.
home with
Sometimes
them.
the kids, I love my parents and they were cool, but I love having, being on my own. I could, I didn't really need them.
You love being on your own. Excuse me, where do you live again?
Oh, yeah, that. I'm talking about when I was younger. When I was younger. Are my cheeks turning red?
This
No,
whole
but-
problem would be solved if everyone stopped and never had a kid again.
This is a man who wasn't man enough to produce offspring. And I think it's, he has to find his testicles sometimes too. They're put on hold. They're hidden away from him.
That's what you would like to do.
Like mine. Mine are given back
All right, we're
occasionally.
really off the topic.
So anyway, we have 2
We have
minutes.
2 minutes.
And the Messiah and Marilyn.
Right.
And you and the
Marlyn.
Marlyn.
but
And
I'm
the
not supposed to
pregnancies.
point. I was
Yeah,
told I was
like the
rude.
fish.
I'm sorry.
You can point. Don't
We were-
listen to
we were
these
actually
people.
supposed to
I
be
don't care what
talking
they say.
about-
We can talk about the round table.
The
Okay.
You
need-
go for the round table, or are you going to do the movie?
I can stay for the round table.
Okay. Because I didn't even know you're doing the movie. Again, divided loyalty. That's for the round table. Round table. Go on. 1 minute. Go.
Remember, I have a big heart.
Fart. Anyway, go on, 1 minute.
No, I think we were supposed to be talking about the need for experts in these type
Right.
of cases.
And that it's really fun when you have a crazy case to have an actual psychiatrist, right?
Right.
To like say, these people are crazy.
And-
Yeah,
and
I'm not just imagining
In
this.
a way,
It
you
is
two
actually
would be
crazy.
like in a trench together to kind of laugh, commiserate, because it gets pretty wacky and you can
Right.
bounce ideas. And where, if you, I don't know if anyone's going to want to go to you after being on this show. I hope we didn't ruin your practice.
They're going to
But,
totally want to
It's
go
happened
to
before.
her.
Really?
Yeah.
They ruin people's
Yeah, so,
practices?
people
I've
want
been
your
practicing
service-
31 years and that's it?
People want your services.
Out the door.
People want. Where can they reach you?
They can reach me. My email is meqlaw@aol.com. I have an ancient email.
And we have to wrap it up. And sorry,
And my phone number is 609-921-8181.
Marlyn Quinn, Vivian Schnaidman, and the Messiah Conversation. And we'll be right back.
Thank you.